So I guess I'm gonna start by saying I love this bike a lot, but there's definitely some things that I really wish I had considered before I just decided to Supermoto this thing. One of the big things is just getting like OEM replacement parts for this, or any replacement parts. It's you're not gonna find much new stuff. Luckily it's a two-stroke, so I mean there's really only there's only so many parts to the engine, but still you never know when there's going to be some stupid thing that breaks or wears out that you just can't get it new. So then your only options are like eBay or Marketplace, used shit, and the prices that people ask for this stuff that you know has just been sitting in a box in their garage or basement for the last 25 years is crazy. And then you gotta hope that it's actually in better shape than the part that you're replacing, and sometimes it's not. So that kind of sucks, but I mean, this is a 30-year-old bike. What do you expect, I guess? But kind of is the next thing is like aftermarket parts. So when I converted this to Supermoto, my main concern was literally just, oh, a Supermoto, I need 17-inch wheels. That was my main concern. I didn't think about stuff like a bigger front brake or just a better front brake. And you can't, for this 94 front end, nobody makes a big rotor kit. Like, it doesn't exist. I'm sure you could make your own, but I don't know if I'll ever do that. If I had gone and swapped the front end to a modern CRF front end, I wouldn't have that problem. Man, I can't turn right in the wheelie. So yeah, if I had swapped to, I think it's like 96 triple clamped with CRF forks, and you gotta shim them, then I could run a CRF front wheel, which means I could get warp 9s or whatever and have a 320 rotor, whatever. But because I didn't think that far ahead, I'm stuck with a tiny rotor. That guy did not look happy. Guess he doesn't like wheelies or dirt bikes. I guess another thing is like rideability of the bike on the street and reliability, kinda. If you ask anyone, or it's probably obvious to a lot of people, is a 90s two-stroke motocross bike a good bike to ride on public roads? They're gonna tell you no, it's not. The rideability it's just not great. Like, it doesn't really like to cruise. Like, I don't know how fast I'm going, probably maybe 40, and it's all right, but it kind of just likes to be like just going or not, which makes sense. That's kind of what you're doing in motocross. I could probably improve that with like a flywheel weight and shit, but I don't know. When I converted it, I was basically thinking, oh, well, I'm never gonna be just like cruising around on it. I'm just gonna be going to like parking lots and just blasting back roads, ripping wheelies and stuff. which it's great for that, obviously. But something that I didn't really think about is like to get to places where you can do those things. Sometimes, or a lot of times, unless you're trailering it, you're gonna have to ride it there. So yeah, you kind of spend a lot of time just cruising, I guess, which it sucks at. And then there's the reliability. I mean, it's a Honda, so knock on wood, it's been pretty good so far, considering I have no idea how many hours are on the bottom end, and I'm up to 20 on this piston, and it still starts like first kick if you do the thing where you lean it over and let the gas piss out of the carb. But still, 30-year-old two-stroke motocross bike, you never know when it's gonna blow up riding it like this. It wasn't made to ride like this. Oh, another thing about like rideability and just riding it around is gas. It's a two-stroke, so you have to mix it, obviously. That's a thing in of itself, which isn't a big deal. But with this particular bike, and I'm assuming a lot of probably motocross bikes, this thing barely runs on 93. And by barely runs, I mean at certain RPM, it will 100%, it gets pre-ignition. You can hear it. It's not good, but I try to avoid that. So there's that. I did basically confirm that it's the 93, it's just not enough, by putting some, I think 110 av gas in it, and it did not do it ever. So that's another thing to think about, is fueling. There are obviously, like, you can have the head opened up so that it's lower compression, and it won't do that, but whatever. One of the last things that I probably should have considered, that it's not really a big deal, but it's something to be aware of depending on where you live, you know, is where I am, it's pretty uncommon to see a two-stroke dirt bike on the road. I mean, even Supermotos are kind of uncommon, like in the very close area where I live. So being that this is a two-stroke, it's loud, it looks different, people notice it. So some people like it, some people obviously do not like it. So you kind of have to be careful, like where you go crazy and stuff, which I am not good at, or you will get bitched at, or worse, I guess. So that's another thing that kind of sucks. I always like to coast and rev it after getting on it for any length of time. I don't know. Paranoid about it not getting enough oil, or fuel and oil. Is this guy gonna stop me? We'll see. We're going this way anyway. No. See, that's the thing, like right now I have no headlight on, no nothing. That cop, I don't know, sometimes they don't even give it a second thought, which is, I guess that's good. What is that? Not a turtle. Thought it was a turtle. It was a pillow. But I guess that's pretty much all the stuff that I wish I had thought about. There's something about a 90s, or any CR250 really, I feel like they just sound different than all the other two-strokes. And it's just a, I don't know, nostalgia, you know? But yeah, so I guess 20 hours later on the CR250 Supermoto, all things considered, I still like it.